Step 1, you're going to warm your dog up with the cue of touch or targeting a target stick. Target. Awesome. Now, if your dog doesn't know the cue to touch or target a stick, you can simply watch the video that I'm going to link right here. If your dog already knows touch on a verbal cue or targeting a stick on a verbal cue, you simply need to warm the dog up in step 1 by asking them to touch your fingers or whatever hand gesture you use. Step 2, now you're going to choose a stationary pose for your dog to learn this behavior in, because if the rest of their body's still, it will make more sense when you click their head movement. So choose a position your dog is best at staying still. For Kiko, it's laying down. For other dogs, it might be any other position, like if you had a Great Dane, maybe standing up would be perfect. But when Kiko's standing up, she starts to shuffle her feet a lot, and when she's sitting, sometimes she shuffles her feet, so I'm going to choose her to lay down. So you can get your dog to lay down, click and reinforce, and then either stand next to them or sit next to them. Or if your dog knows to get into the left position, you can lure them there or ask them to get into the left heel position and then reinforce the behavior. Good job. So once your dog can stay in the position next to you for, I would say, 5 to 10 seconds, then you can start training the trick. But you don't want to start training too quickly if you have a dog that's fidgeting. So step 3, you're going to ask your dog to touch your hand while laying down. Touch. Good job. Touch. Good girl. If your dog offers the paw, simply don't click, and you might need to go back a step and then refresh them free with the hand touch game. Touch. Good job. Down. You might need to click and reinforce them for getting into the position if it's difficult for them before asking them to do the new behavior. Touch. So you're going to hold your hand slightly to the left of your dog's face and click when your dog touches your hand. Then, when your dog is very successful, you can hold your hand further away so that it's near your dog's shoulder. So they have to do a more extreme head gesture. Good job. Step 4. Now we're going to see if we can get our dogs to offer the behavior without the hand target or the target stick. So, Kiko, come here. Down. So once the dog's on a roll and they're looking left to touch your hand immediately after they're finished eating the treat, then you can pretend to put your hand there and see if they'll touch your hand. So you're saying touch, click treat. Touch, click treat. And then don't have your hand there or the target stick and say touch and click your dog for looking for your hand or the target stick that should be right there on their left side. Then once you've done that, you want to go back a step and do put your hand back, because most likely the dog will know, oh, the target stick's not there anymore, I'm not going to bother looking left. So you want to convince them that your hand or the target stick's always going to be there. And then when they're doing really well, you're going to remove your hand or the target stick on the next trial. Touch. Good job, Kiko. If your dog starts offering the behavior now, click it. Good job. If your dog doesn't offer the behavior after you've clicked and fed them for the previous trial, you simply need to practice longer using the hand target so that the behavior becomes stronger. Step 5. Now we're going to add our verbal cue. So you're going to say your cue, and mine is look left. So I'm going to say look left and then put my hand out for the dog to touch. Look left. Good job. Kiko, down. Look left. Awesome. And then when the dog is doing really well and you've practiced, you can say your cue, look left, and if your dog looks left, that's awesome. If your dog doesn't, then you need to go quickly, come here, oops. You need to quickly put your hand signal or your target stick back so that your dog knows exactly what the cue means. Because if they're confused, you might start to reinforce some other behavior with that verbal cue. Are you ready? Look left. Good job. So you're going to say the cue and then move to do the target stick or hand signal. Look left. Good job. Awesome. Did you open your mouth? Look left. Good girl. Look left. Good girl. Step 6 is you're going to practice the same behavior on the right side of your body. Good job. Look right. Good job. Look right. Okay. There's a cute canine freestyle behavior that involves looking left and right. That's actually really simple to train if you want to give that a try this week as well, or instead of doing this tutorial. But your dog does need a stationary position, preferably a down. Are you ready, Trish? So you ask your dog to lay down, and you go behind your dog. So that might take some time for your dog to be okay with you going behind while they're still staying in position. And then you're going to click Trish down when their head moves from the left to the right as you pass behind your dog. Good job. If your dog gets up, you simply just need to do more proofing of walking next to your dog, taking a step behind them, and then what you're finally looking for is that when you change sides, your dog looks from the left to the right. Good job. Down. If your dog, just down, wait. If your dog gets up after you click, then you simply can lure them back down to feed them the treat. Good job. So a cute thing you can do is stand back to back and look over your shoulder at your dog while your dog looks over their shoulder at you. So if your dog doesn't look, you simply just need to move more out of their vision so they have to turn their head down. Then you can add a verbal cue when your dog's really good at it. So you could say, look left. Look left. Good job. Look left. Look right. Look left. Look right. If you want your dog to look left while they're facing you, it's actually a much harder behavior than what we just did with Trish. Stand. So I'm going to show you how to train it. First, I would teach them to look left at your side, and then when they're in front of you, you ask them to look left and then show them what you want with your previous hand signal. Look left. And you just practice this way, and also click them for staying still. Good job. Look left. Awesome. Look left. Good job. Look left. Good job. Then, when you don't put your hand signal out for your dog, they're going to do a very minimal gesture and you're going to click it. Look left. Good job. Wait there. So when you increase the criteria of not helping the dog out with a gesture or a target stick, you need to lower your criteria of what the behavior looks like. Look left. So that didn't look so amazing, but I'm going to go back and build the behavior, a more extreme head turn, using my hand or a target stick. Good job. I might even build the criteria of how long she holds her head there before I go back to seeing if she can do it without the help of my hand signal. If you have a dog that just can't keep still, training them to be between your legs might help. Look right, touch.